So I was reminded this morning in the news about the passing of Matthew Perry, which has been a year ago today. I just can't believe how quickly a year has gone by. But it also got me thinking about Friends as a series. We're currently on our yearly binge of Friends and we're at the end of season 9 now, which means Ross and Rachel have had baby Emma, Phoebe has just split up with Mike, Monica and Chandler are trying to conceive, and Joey's just exactly the same as he's always been since season 1.
How are you doing?
And for a lot of people out there, Friends is more than just a show. It's something that they have on repeat all the time. And honestly, I get it. There's this sense of nostalgia and comfort that it brings. Sometimes it feels like you're catching up with old friends. No matter what type of day you're having, Friends has this way of making you feel at ease, it makes you laugh, and it makes you remember a simpler time.
Hey, you guys. Hey.
What's going on?
It's like a warm, familiar hug in the form of a TV show.
He's her lobster.
For me, the only real problem with Friends is that it's ended, it's over. There's no more Friends.
Tonight, the cast is taping the last episode of their historic sitcom.
We never got our reboot, we never got our season 11, we never got our movie. And now, with Matthew Perry, it's like we're never going to get any of that. You could argue that we got the Joey spin-off in 2004.
Hey, pretty smart.
We had that reunion special in 2021. Which was really nice, actually. Over the years, many of the cast have said that they didn't want to do a reboot. They felt like those characters were in their prime, their mid-20s to their early 30s, and it was a different time of life, and that they'd moved on from that. They'd moved on from the city, from New York, to start families and maybe different careers outside. Everyone moved on, and they were happy with leaving it like it was. On YouTube a few years ago, there was even a fan-made Friends movie that was circulating that had used different clips that the cast had been in from different movies and other series that they had patched together. And the idea was raging on social media as to why we don't yet have a Friends movie. But what if it didn't have to be like that? What if we could have an endless supply of new Friends episodes forever?
Are you crazy?
Now, before you raise your eyebrows at this, hear me out. First of all, imagine a more advanced version of ChatGPT, maybe GPT version 5. Imagine then being able to preload all the scripts for all the episodes ever written into this new version of ChatGPT. It would have the personality traits of all 6 of our favorite characters plugged in.
Like a fun game.
It would then be able to output an endless supply of episode scripts that would have scenarios and genuine interactions between the cast. Iconic phrases like, "We were on a break."
We were on a break!
"How you doing?"
Hey, how you doing?
And "Pivot!" would all make an appearance in some form or another. Next, imagine an advanced version of video AI, like a supercharged Sora, or something like Runway Gen 4. Now imagine if you could upload every single episode of the 236 episodes of Friends to that video AI model. It would then go to work processing the style, the look, the faces, the places, the locations, absolutely everything down to the fashion of that time. All those visual references could be used to make perfect replicas of the people and the places. Everything that makes Friends, Friends. Audio references could then be pulled from every piece of dialogue, music, and sound effects.
Enough! You are no longer my friend.
A library would be created that perfectly mimics not just the voices of the main cast, but also the music and the sounds that made Friends so nostalgic.
Well, this could be a good story.
Just think about this for a second. Something like this could open up the entire Friends universe. For example, that time when Chandler had to go to Yemen because he wanted to break up with Janice.
I'm going to Yemen.
Why don't we have an episode of Chandler in Yemen living with that lady and her family?
Oh my God.
The stories we heard of Joey sending the friends off to a button factory so that he could have a party on the roof with his movie star friends. Why don't we have an episode of those friends going to the button factory? How about an episode before the first season where Rachel is getting ready to get married and Ross and Carol are experiencing marital problems? Or maybe even an entire season before the first season.
This really does put me in a better mood.
Maybe season 11, where they move on and we get to see the relationships and how they maybe come together for special occasions. Maybe we could even get the Friends movie that we always wanted. In fact, it could be bespoke to each and every person. Maybe you don't like the way a storyline is developing and you can give real-time feedback, which changes the direction of the episode while you're watching it. That's crazy.
Rachel and Joey. It's Rachel and Joey.
Friends would then become a unique experience for each and every person. Of course, AI is not there yet, but with the way that it's rapidly advancing, this could be a reality in the next few years. Also, this raises a lot of ethical concerns around things like actor consent, creativity, actor legacy, how they'd be perceived. You'd have a dilution of the nostalgia and originality. Your version of Friends would be different to someone else's version of Friends, and you wouldn't have that joint or shared experience. These inside jokes come because we're all watching the same version of Friends.
Threw my sandwich away. My sandwich. My sandwich.
And also things like legal ramifications, like who would own the rights? If you had your own version, how would the actors be paid? How would the film studios who came up with the original ideas be paid? Would they even know that this was being created if it was for an individual? It raises so many questions about the possibility for entertainment for things like a series in the future that I don't think have been covered yet. Now, we're already seeing people use AI to take characters from sitcoms and create these AI versions of them with really primitive AI video as well. But when we really start to blur the lines between real and AI generated video, who's going to come in and who's going to take control? How is that going to look? How would you feel if Friends never ended?
That would be the best. Yeah?
Imagine if we could bring the show back with AI. How would you feel about that?
That would be amazing.
You wouldn't feel like it was a bit weird watching it? It's not like the real people.
It's still the same, even though it's just not real people.
So you would watch that?
Yeah.
What would you like to see in a Friends episode? What would you like to see? What storyline would you like to try out?
Oh god, that's hard.
It could be anything. They could be superheroes. You could be in it. You could be one of the characters. Have different famous people meeting the Friends characters, like now, like famous people that are on TV now could meet them, or your favorite YouTubers could meet them.
Maybe singing another song, like a new one, because her songs are so weird. Smelly Cat and the Cow thing. A new one of them, they're funny. And then I come in, and I'm another singer, and then I start singing the same song with her. And then my favourite singer comes in, and then we keep on singing the same song, and then one outside Monica's shop, and then Monica comes out and starts like saying like in the other episode, like, this is really bad. So it's basically like the other episode, except for I'm in it, and my favourite singer's in it.
Cool. So your favorite singer, who is who?
Katy Perry.
So Katy Perry, you and Phoebe are all singing a song outside of Monica's restaurant.
Yeah, and then Monica comes out and starts to argue.
And that's really interesting because a lot of people would be like, no, you shouldn't use AI to do things like that, but you're using your imagination to think about how you would use it to incorporate yourself into the actual series. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. I like that. That's cool. For me as a visual creative, I'm excited, scared, and intrigued when it comes to AI for visual creativity all at the same time. There's no doubt that it's disrupting the creative landscape. It's simultaneously destroying jobs and also creating opportunities at the same time. But anyway, those are my thoughts.
Don't be mad at me, but I couldn't resist.
What do you guys think about AI when it comes to visual creativity? Is it good? Is it bad? Does it need to be controlled more? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And also, what do you think about an endless supply of Friends on tap? Is that something that you would enjoy? Or is it something that you would get bored of very quickly? Or would you use that AI technology to create a brand new series completely catered to you and your interests? Again, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Guys, today is day 28 of Vlogtober. I've been doing this challenge now every day in October, and there's only a few days left. I just want to say, if you haven't done so already, please do like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And again, thank you for all your support. It's been a mission. It's been a journey. I've really enjoyed it. And with that said, I will see you tomorrow.
I gotta go.